Well, our Trinbagonian people represents us very well when we go abroad. And it is no different because today is Motivational Monday and we will crisscross it with a Trini talent abroad. And I'm going to be chatting this morning with Darrius Marcellin, who has a laundry list of titles, which includes actor, motivational speaker, entrepreneur, so many things. So good morning to you, Darrius.
Good morning, Trinidad.
Thank you for being with us this morning. So this is Motivational Monday, and you're a very motivational person yourself. But let's go back to the roots. You are from here, Trinidad and Tobago, and Rock was showing off a little earlier that you actually went to St. Mary's. Yeah. So you would have been peers in school.
Yeah. So we were peers in school, so we were playing, kicking tennis balls and plastic bottles
right. that's some real old school day things, kicking plastic bottle, a little chubby bottle football. Yeah, now, after that point, you migrated to the US. Tell us about that experience when you and your mom went.
Yeah, it was a great experience, great learning experience, because coming from a place where, you know, we're all together and we have support in Trinidad, it's, you know, family, community, and moving to New York was definitely a learning experience because it was a very rude awakening, you know, dealing with winter. I went to college at St. Francis and I played intercol actually at St. Mary's, and right. You know, moving on to play Division One and then balancing school and you know, just finding life was a very tough transition, but the learning curve is insane. And coming out of my comfort zone in Trinidad, I was able to learn so much skills that, you know, today at my stage, I'm in LA right now, but I took a lot of those lessons to build, you know, my career, my business, and just learn and grow, but maintain my true Trinidad heritage,
right?
Which is all love and helping community.
Definitely. You said something there, coming out of your comfort zone, and for some people, they don't want to hear anything like that. But how necessary is it to come out of your comfort zone to grow?
Yeah, your comfort zone is, I would say, your worst enemy, because deep down inside of all of us, we aspire to be something huge and something big and something grand. And I remember I grew up in Sawa, right? And right. I remember just, you know, playing football and basketball, just having all these dreams. And I was like, one day, you know, I had dreams of playing basketball, and I was like, you know, short as hell. And saying, you know, I wanna play basketball, I wanna go to New York, and one day I saw a picture on Facebook, and I was like, you know, sitting on next to the team bench with the New York Knicks, and I was a big Knicks fan growing up, and it was, right. It was a shock, and I was like, you know, sometimes you could just manifest these things, and it only happens when you leave your comfort zone. And I had to leave Trinidad, and I had to leave, you know, the security of family and friends to go pursue this thing.
Definitely. Now, reading up on your bio, there was a point in, was it high school or not high school? It was university when you started doing events. Tell us about that experience.
Wow. So I guess the event space is where I got more known for and building a network. But my partner and I, we actually sat in class together at CIC. Right. We were like 5 years old, Troy. We started a company while we were in college, and it just blew up. And we did events all across, you know, New York City, Manhattan nightlife. It was a space where we got a chance to, you know, rub shoulders with the best, the A-list people, and building our network and realizing that what's in your phone, your network, is really a net worth in life, you know, and not just what you have in your bank account. And from building a network of people and community and being great to people, being genuine, we're able to form different businesses in the future, you know. So I would say it was very difficult starting that company. We had no idea what we were doing. We were in college, and some years we, gross $500,000 while we're in college. And this is coming straight out from CIC, just like every single person here.
Right.
From that same background. It was not easy. It was a lot of sacrifice. Sleep was a sacrifice. But
Always.
yeah, definitely a learning curve. Definitely a learning curve. And I would say today, it even helps me in my latest business. It really helped because I had a Rolodex of people that were able to come back and support and build this new company that we're doing. And even in my acting career, some of the producers and directors I know just and the opportunities I got with some people I know, so
Right.
I would say that that company really helped, and it was a company we built for over 10 years. We call it the TTR Group, Trinidad and Tobago Revolutionaries.
I love that.
And at a point in time we had 40 employees, and we just built our thing, and now we're just moving on to different things in our lives.
And you speak a lot about moving on, and we spoke earlier about comfort zone. But with the pandemic, COVID-19, pretty much everyone is outside of their comfort zone. What advice can you give from your experience to help not only cope but thrive in this time?
Yeah, I feel like we all have that burning fire desire in us to do something more, and don't ignore that. And the answers are mostly where, as you rightfully said, your comfort zone. Your comfort zone, like I said, is your worst enemy. The second you start to feel fearful, you're headed into the right direction. And I have a personal slogan, a personal motto of 1,000 failures, and I believe true to my heart that failure is something that is necessary to succeed. I laid on my couch, all businesses done over a year ago when the pandemic started, and it came to me, and it came back to my roots of sports and football, as we call it back there, sports and football, and it was more in line with how could I use what's going on right now and create a better future for myself, and what assets do I have? And for me, my assets were, I just knew people, and I had a Rolodex of people. How can I leverage that to start a company? And I started a new company called Train Sports, where over the last year we worked with a lot of soccer clubs across the US, and youth players, they subscribe and they get to talk to pro soccer players live, and they get asked questions and advice. We even had sessions with Kevin Molino on there, who scored penalty. They're a good friend of mine, and we've had player Josie Altador, Joe Hart, a bunch of players come on there, and people who I know, and they give advice and motivation for young kids. And this time back to that, I was just an example of me coming out of my comfort zone, because at the end of the day, like, I'm seeing a pandemic, I'm like, where's the way out? How do I see it? But the truth is there is something right in front of you, and it might just be like right there, what do I have and what could I offer people that could be of value? And true and proof, like I started this, and we just raised funding, and we're about to launch this platform on a new scale across the country. So it's there. I'm just like every single person. I have nothing different. From Sahara, there's nothing special. There's no special sauce. All I would say is I believe in myself. I bet on myself every single time. I bet that I have the fight, and you should too. So I would say the advice I would give is bet on yourself. Take a risk. There are teachers saying, take that acting class, take that dancing class, start that business, and just go on the offense for the rest of this year. And let's
go on the offense. I like that. But you said there's nothing special about you, but I have to disagree to some degree, because you have a different mentality, a different mindset. How did you go about fostering that type of mindset that you have to just not take things lying down, but just finding ways and means of making things work for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think it's just something in us, and that Trini blood, that Trini pride that never lay down. Yeah, we love to have fun and we love to party, but we also have big dreams and goals. And a lot of Trinidadians, you see it in the Olympics, you see it in sports music. There are a lot of Trinidadians in LA that are dreamers pushing themselves and going to the next level. So I feel like deep down inside, we all have that special sauce. As trainees, we all have that special sauce to just go to that next level, fight for something that we want, keep going, keep pushing yourselves. And it's a true testament. I feel like anything that you could just imagine, you
right,
could achieve it. If I could do it, anybody could do it. So I'm on the path. So I'm on the path right now of just pushing myself to the limits, building my career so that I can show the other kids down in Sarawak too that if I could do it, anybody could do it.
Definitely, definitely. And we only have a little bit of time left, but I want to speak briefly about your podcast called 1,000 Failures. You mentioned it briefly before, but tell us what is the essence of it, and how does it help to motivate people? Because I mean, hey, the name 1,000 Failures.
Yeah, so right now I did the first 2 seasons of 1,000 Failures and the podcast, and we interviewed actors, Emmy Award-winning actors, directors, and just people who told their story of how they came to LA, sleeping in their cars and just fighting for that dream, because I felt like not a lot of people tell that story. And for me, my story is the same. I remember I cleaned in homes when I just moved to America, scrubbing toilets and stuff, and it wasn't stuff that I did when I was in Trinidad. It wasn't anything. And then I lived like a middle class-ish life, but I had to do stuff out of my comfort zone. 1,000 Failures shows that we all have to be prepared to fail 1,000 times in order to be successful. The third season that's coming later on this year will be biography of myself and telling all the stories throughout my life from Trinidad in short Jersey boys, honestly, all the way to being out with Justin Bieber and Wiz Khalifa and working with these guys. So I'll tell you that 1,000 Failures is part of my journey, and I'm always prepared to fail.
Definitely, definitely. Well, that's with that one, we're going to have to close it off. And I want to thank you so much, Darrius, for joining us this morning. And your long laundry list of titles, CEO, entrepreneur, actor, motivational speaker.
He really, new publicist Trellin Lane is doing this great thing for me, and he's fighting to build his career too. So thank you, Trellin, for setting this up.
Yeah, very good, very good. And we are quite familiar with Trellin ourselves. So good morning to you, Trellin, as well. All right, Darrius, have a good one.
All right, guys, take care.
All right, you heard it there from Darrius Marcellin, who has many notches on his belt. What you just need to do is to keep pushing, keep fighting. Don't take things lying down. Get out of your comfort zone, and you can make it, because if he can, anybody else can as well. As a Trinbagonian, one of us right here, making it very big on the rural stage. All right, with that one, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back with much more here on the Now Morning Show. Stay with us.
Saturdays are coming.